Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today it is my September and October lookbook, and although that is 2 months worth, I didn't make that many things. I was away on holiday for 18 of those days, so you know, there was time away from the sewing machine, but I also made 11 necessary clutch wallets in that time as well. So, you know, there was lots of things produced, but there's just not that many things to actually show you. The first one is this dress, and it is the 9077 Vogue dress, and it was on my hashtag 2018 make 9, and I am absolutely in love with it. I have made loads of changes to it, however. The dress itself is meant to have like a placket down to the middle of the skirt, and then a joined skirt from there, and I've made the button-up placket go right down to the hem. I've added a yoke onto this and taken out the back pleat from the top of the yoke. That's just a personal preference of mine. I did do the original collar on this one and absolutely hated it because there was a real weak point where the collar went in, and I really just didn't like that. I've just taken the collar and the collar stand from the McCall's 6696 and it fits on perfectly. And I had also managed to get a shine when I was pressing my collar. I'd gotten a shine on the fabric, so it was nice to replace that as well, although it means that I don't have this detail going up into the collar as the pattern does initially come with. But you know, I like it. I like the sleeve length on this one. I fully intend to make this again, and I am actually going to do a sew along for this dress and show you all of the different modifications and tweaks that I've made, because there are lots. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this dress. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's really comfortable to wear. The fabric is from the Fabric Room. It's their Wonder Crepe in the colourway Militaire, and I believe they have it back in stock. When I first showed you guys this, it had completely sold out, and I think they have it back in stock. And if they do, I will of course link it down below for you. So yes, I'm really pleased with this dress, really pleased that I made it. I have a few more planned, believe it or not. I'm going to make some long sleeved versions, because as much as I don't like sleeves on dresses that I want to wear cardigans over, especially for spring summer, for winter I can wear a thermal under it, or like a high roll neck, that kind of thing. I can layer it in a different way. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try long sleeves, and I really like the long sleeves that come with this dress. I will be making it again, and I will be doing a sew along for it, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Speaking of sew alongs, I have actually got one done, and it's October sew along, and I did it in October, so you know, that's a small miracle in and of itself. So it is the Swoon Mabel bag, kind of hacked to look like the Chloe Nile bag. I had one of those moments with this where it was just like, I finished it and then I hated it. And I do that quite a lot. I will go through a project and you work on something so intensely that you kind of, to begin with, it's a genius idea, and then it goes, and then and you kind of fall out of love with it, and then you're back in love with it again. And I think I'm back in love with this. I think I am. I think it's really cool. I am doing a sew along for this, like I said. The only thing that I am going to change is I did the last time I made this less wide and it really gaped at the sides, which annoyed me. And I have a way to fix, so I'm going to fix it. And then this time I didn't take any of the width off, but I also didn't look at the depth, and it is just that slightly too, this panel here is just slightly too big for the width of the bag. So although I'm going to do the sew along featuring this bag, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the alteration that I will make, because I probably will make this again because I want one that's perfect. I will go back and I will show you how I'm going to take away that excess there so that it just sits a little bit better on the bag. But I'm really pleased with this. I love this faux leather. It's from Textile Express, and again I'll link it down below. This is a pewter colourway, and this hardware I got from an Etsy seller, but you can only buy it in sets of 10. They won't do it in single sets. I'm going to have buy another 10 of these and have them in stock in my shop for any of you guys that want to buy them singly, because you may not wish to have 10 of these things, which is understandable. So yes, but I'm back in love with it. And whilst I was making this, I also cut out another Nosy Pepper nickel wallet. I did a sew along for this one, the rose gold dragon skin holographicness goodness, and then I thought, well, I want to test my thread and stitching length and stuff like that, so I made myself another one out of the pewter, and I did a double row of stitching on this one, which I really like, except that I messed up on the back and it kind of went off on the side. But this is for me, no one else is going to get this, you know, so I can live with that. So I made these two over those 2 months as well. The very last accessory that I made this month was a super quick make. I found this elastic on Etsy, fell in love with it. I bought a ton, so I have enough to make probably 2 or 3 other belts if I want to, or I might even use it as a trim on a dress. Like, I found a Karen Millen dress that I loved that had a thick elastic in it, so I think I may sort of save it and use it for that because I really liked how that looked. But yes, I'm going to stand up for this, aren't I? I made myself this belt, and yeah, this makes it look even more like an army uniform. I won't be wearing it with this dress, that's for sure, but it was super easy. I've got this buckle from Amazon. It's a Dritz buckle. I really liked it. I saw it and I thought, oh yes, I like that. There is one that I'm in love with on Etsy, but it's £5, but then the seller wants $20 to send it from America, and I kind of refuse to do that, which I know is silly, but I do. So yeah, I've made this belt as well, which is elastic, so super comfortable, and definitely makes this look even more like a military uniform that I am wearing here. But I like it, and like I said, I promise not to wear it with this dress unless I am going to a fancy dress or something like that. The other thing that I made that I didn't show you in my last lookbook was the 3/4 circle skirt, and I do have some clips of me twirling in it. I'm not going to put it on now because you can only see my top half, so it would be pointless, but I will include the clips of me twirling in it. That was a real brain scratcher. It made me like question my intellect trying to work out how to calculate 3/4 of a circle without seam allowance, or which calculators had the seam allowance included. Oh, that made my head yeah, like that was fun, but I did it and I love it. It's a really nice silhouette. I like the half circle skirt, I do, but it's not quite full enough for my really, you know, twirly inner needs, and the 3/4 circle skirt obviously doesn't use quite so much fabric but does look absolutely awesome. So I'm really pleased that I've made that, and I'm halfway through the new look 6080 jacket to go with it. I managed to squeeze that jacket. I had 4 meters of fabric, so I managed to squeeze that jacket and that skirt out of that 4 meter cut of fabric. I had to cut one facing off grain, but I've made sure that the interfacing that it's on is on grain, so fingers crossed that will work. I've got that cut out. I'm halfway through filming the sew along for that, and fingers crossed I can get that finished over the next couple of days. I really wanted to be able to show you a twirl with the whole kind of like outfit, but I don't have that, so you're just seeing the twirls that I filmed earlier with just the skirt. But I'm really excited about I think the jacket's going to look really cool. It's going to look really cool, and like, if it does, I already have plans for another one, so yes. Okay, so I have two more things to show you, both of which dresses, both of which are wrap dresses. One was for the wedding that I went to in Ibiza, and then the other one is some well done for behaving yourself at the dentist fabric from Candy, from Hearts Fabric in America, which was incredibly kind of her. And Candy, I have to tell you, I haven't replied to your last 2 emails. As you have seen, I've been super busy. I have read them, and I absolutely love the fact that you are being so lovely to me about the dentist, and you have had a dentist appointment today, so good luck. I hope that's gone really well for you, or going really well for you, because it's probably happening later on in this afternoon because you're in California, so you're hours behind us. But yeah, I have mine this afternoon, and then tomorrow I'm having my wisdom teeth out, so slightly terrified. It's fine, but Candy has been so incredibly supportive and been sending me lovely emails, kind of, you know, giving me confidence and encouragement, so thank you very much for that. And for the very first time that I had my dentist appointment, Candy actually sent me fabric. She gave me a $50 gift voucher to her local fabric store, which is Hearts, and then really kindly actually physically went to the shop and we were emailing back and forth for about 2 hours. She was running up and down the shop and she was like, how about this one? And have you seen this? And look at this, isn't this gorgeous? And I narrowed it down to 2 that I'd fallen absolutely in love with. One of which was a beautiful, beautiful but incredibly expensive linen, and then the other one was this rayon poplin. And I said to her, I was like, you pick, use the gift voucher, you pick, and send me one of them, and then that way it's a surprise when it arrives. And when the parcel arrived, she had bought me both, which was incredibly kind of her, because yeah, that was double the amount that she gave me the gift voucher for. So Candy, unbelievably kind of you, and thank you so much. So I have made this next dress, which I'm going to show you now. So this is the gorgeous rayon that Candy sent me, and it is stunning. They do it in another colourway, which I think has pink and red roses on it, but I saw the yellow and blue and was just like, I have shoes that would go with that, and this is gorgeous. This is the Butterick 6554, which I did a sew along, which you can find here. And the only thing that I have changed with this dress is that I took the facings away and I finished the entirety of the raw edge with bias binding, and I much prefer that. Now this one, I do still kind of I go in and I put in a safety pin under the ruffle here, just to make sure that it doesn't kind of pop open and reveal more than I want it to. But this dress is so pretty. I wore this to the rehearsal dinner, or the equivalent of the rehearsal dinner that Amber had for her wedding in Ibiza, and so many people complimented me on it, and then so many people, like, you know, fell out of their seats when I was like, yeah, I made it. I have to say, Candy, your recommendation for when you're in the dentist chair of sitting there and thinking of the fabric that you're going to reward yourself with, or what you're going to make with that fabric, is genius. In the chair, thinking of the fabric I was going to reward myself with and what I was going to make with it really helped put my head somewhere else. Highly recommend it. Definitely the way to go. And if I wasn't going to be unconscious tomorrow when they're taking my wisdom teeth out, that would be what I'd be. Well, to be fair, if I wasn't unconscious, I'd have run away. There is no way that I'm going to be able to do that without being completely non-compos mentis. Can you tell I'm nervous? Anyway, I have one more thing to show you. One more, and then we are done. Okay, next up we have the totally awesome and amazing octopus jumper. Now let's just, yeah, I'm gonna do a twirl outside so you can see this. This Mum, when we were up at the Festival of Quilts, Mum forgot to bring her knitting with her, so she wanted a project. So I said, why don't we buy the stuff that you need to make the octopus sweater? You've been promising to make that for me for years. And she very kindly, or stupidly, said yes. So I now have my octopus jumper. This thing is so warm because the white it's intarsia knitting. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but so it's color work, and you kind of weave the different color. There's 2 ways of doing it. You can chop and knit it in and then weave the ends in, or you can just knit in the round with both of them, and Mum chose to knit in the round with both of them. So this white on the inside there's fluffy chenille white everywhere, so it's the warmest jumper in the world. It is absolutely amazing and I totally love it, and Mum's never making another one, so I need to. Yeah, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I am very happy with it. And I know I don't usually show you Mum's knits for me in these videos, but there is no way that this couldn't be in this month's lookbook, because oh my goodness, it's totally awesome, totally awesome. Right, I have one more thing to show you. And the final thing I have to show you is this Sew Over It Eve dress. Now, the wedding that I went to in Ibiza, if you watch the waffles, you will know that the bride and groom requested that we wear white. Everybody was to wear white. And there was much speculation about the colour that the bride and groom were going to wear, and they wore white as well. And if you've watched the vlog from that wedding, you'll see it was so effective. It looked beautiful, it really did. However, the stress of making a white dress that I liked, oh dear. So I first put this on and I immediately kind of thought nurse, and there is no reason for that. Obviously this day and age nurses wear scrubs, so you know they don't wear white dresses anymore, but it was just one of those things that I put it on and it was immediately just like, oh gosh, no. But It's the Sew Over It Eve dress. It's in white crepe, the White Wonder crepe from the Fabric Room. I had initially intended to make a couple of tops out of this fabric, and that's why I had it in my stash, and I'm very grateful that I did have it in my stash, because it made making this dress so much easier. But I am going to donate this dress. As you know, having started this video out in a plain dress, I love print and pattern, and yeah, I was contemplating making the 9077 in this white crepe, so the shirt dress I was wearing at the beginning of this video. I was contemplating making that and then putting like the coconut shell buttons down the front like I did with the other one, but I know I want to do the 9077 as a sew along, and I didn't have time to dedicate to getting a sew along and a dress ready for my holidays. So I went with the Sew Over It Eve dress because I thought it's a really pretty feminine shape. It's something that I know I love, and you know, I know it fits because I've perfected the pattern, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm glad that I had this dress to wear, but it's not me. It's not something I will ever reach for over the other Eve dresses that I have in my wardrobe, all of which are prints, all of which I love. So yes, I am going to donate this one, and I'm taking it to the charity shop later on today with a whole bunch of other stuff, so it's not up for grabs, I'm afraid. It is literally going to the charity shop as soon as I finish filming this. So by the time you see it, if you want to head to Ventnor, the RSPCA in Ventnor, it'll be there. So yes, this was the last thing that I made in September and October, and it's meh. Just meh. It's not badly made, it's not a bad pattern, it's just not me, and I know that now. So yes, that was a fair amount of waffle. I really hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.